Hey Stampers, today we're going to make this fun little fall card. I'm going to show you a bunch of different techniques. We've already done the stamping on a ribbon, but we're going to do a couple other things. So let me come in a little bit. Look at that. So we're going to show you how to do this leaf in the background and a few other little elements. So let's get started. We are going to be using the Wonderfall set from the holiday catalog, and there are matching dies that go with this. And everyone's been a little confused about how to actually go about it, so I'm going to show you how to do that today to get that nice crisp leaf image. So the first thing we're going to do, I've already gone ahead and cut out the leaf on my die on the Big Shot, and instead of trying to do it this way, I'll show you a little trick for this. So we are going to take Cajun Craze, going to ink this up. Get that out of the way. What we're going to do is put the leaf, oh, I can see there's a spot I missed. Now to get even coverage, what I like to do, take a clear block and press down. And then we're just going to lift that up. You're going to see we've got our leaf. Now, to get that leaf from here to there, let me show you how we did it. So we are going to first take cherry cobbler ink, and we're going to ink it up with a sponge dauber, and we are really going to ink these edges. And this way, if you didn't stamp your leaf straight too, it's very, very forgiving. Look at my cherry cobbler fingers. And I know some of you are probably thinking, a Thanksgiving card? Let me tell you, whenever I send Thanksgiving cards, people are pretty excited. They think it's different and interesting. So there we've got that all sponged. Now what we're going to do, are you ready? It stresses some people out when I teach it. I'm going to flatten it back out. So I really think it's important your leaf has texture and dimension. And we're just going to do it again. Don't you love my cherry cobbler fingers? And now we've really broken down the fibers and made this really, so it's got some texture. And then the last little thing you could do if you want to add a little more texture, just go back, use that cherry cobbler ink pad. And that's just going to pick up some of the veins. So that's it for our leaf. Isn't that cute? Now to do our background elements, got a piece of more mustard standard size card base. It's already scored. And then I've got, this is the new coordinations paper, and I've gone ahead and put it through the Big Shot with the wood grain folder. What we're going to do is just sand it through. Now, all the Stampin' Up cardstock is a solid core. It's dyed all the way through, so you can't do this with the cardstock. So the coordinations gives us another option for this, that wood grain. And then what we're going to do, get that out of the way, I'm just going to take, this is the twill ribbon, which I showed you a couple weeks ago, and we are going to stamp the greeting right onto the ribbon. Which I love, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't really need ribbon and another piece of paper and everything else, so let's trim that up. Now we're going to grab a snail, add a little bit of snail here. Now we're just going to decide, oh, way too far. Just want that greeting pretty far over to the right hand side. I'm just going to eyeball it. That will do. So we're just going to apply some snail right onto the twill, or cotton ribbon they're calling it. That just gives you a nice earthy feel. Now, let's put this down our card base. You have to be really careful with this because you will rip this cardstock because we've sanded it. And when we sanded it, we weakened the fibers a little bit. Line that up on there. Oh look, that's not quite straight. Let's straighten that out. There we go. Alright, then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our leaf. Now our leaf is looking pretty plain, so you know what we need? I've gone ahead, these are the wood buttons, and I have threaded it with some, it's not baker's twine, it's linen thread. I used to have hemp twine too, so sometimes it's hard to keep them all straight. I'm just going to throw that in the middle of the leaf, just give it a little more texture. Don't you love all the texture? We've got the texture with the cardstock, texture with the ribbon, which is still not straight. Here, let's fix that. Much better. And then texture with the button, everything else. So there's the finished card. Now this one here, I've also just put a little bit of shimmer paint on this. I just sponged it on with the sponge stopper. Not going to do that right now, but it just adds that little extra. You can kind of see it. If I hold them side by each, you'll see the difference. See, this one's a little sparkly. Or you could spray it with some shimmer paint spray. And I do have a shimmer paint spray video coming out later this week, because I know a lot of people ask me a lot about how to make shimmer paint. So I'm going to show you the quick and easy Maggie method. Anyways, have a great week, and I will talk to you all soon.